Hey, what is up, guys? Great to have you here. So, we're back into another episode of our course, and I'm really excited for this one because this one is really important, and this is going to be a little bit advanced, as we're not going to talk only about Filmora options, we're going to talk about color grading specifically. So, color grading is a big aspect when it comes to video editing. It fixes the story and it tells the story much better when you have great footage with great color grading. So today we are going to learn how to color grade in Filmora and how to color grade uh, in all around. So let's jump right into our project and waste no time, guys. So let's open our project. So right here we have our footage. Oops, what is this? So Filmora is promoting something for us. I'm not really interested, I'm sorry. So right now we're working on the course, and color grading, that's not an option that you can find right here. So right here, these are the most important options, but you can't find color grading right here. You're going to find color grading by clicking on your footage that you're trying to color grade, and you have these last two options right here. So the first one is a little bit more advanced. As you can see, it's called advanced color tuning. I didn't even know that. So that's it here. But right here we have this inspector, and all of the options that we have in the inspector we have already here, and we're going to work with them already here. So that means if you learn how to do the advanced color grading, color tuning, color whatever you want, if you learn how to do it, you actually won't need to use this inspector right here. So let's make sure you clicked on your footage to have this option appear right here, and click on this color panel right here. So you open these options up. Don't worry, guys, this is nothing scary. It's actually pretty easy to use. You just need to put in some time and some work. So let's close up all of these and start from scratch. So as you can see, we have a lot of options right here, and all of these are checked. So right here, guys, we have a couple of presets, and these are also known as LUTs. So what do LUTs mean? We have this option 3D lookup table. LUTs are shortened, of course, for lookup table, as I said right now. So these are already saved presets with made up looks, so we can just apply them right away and have the look. So as you can see, this gravity, if we press on it, we can see the difference right away. Harry Potter, this is the color grading from Harry Potter. As you can see, it's the sunset going down, so we're gonna get this warm, and as you can see, it's looking pretty cool. Walking Dead, boost color. We have a lot of different colors which are really cool and really easy to use. As you can see, and they look pretty good and pretty professional, but right now we're trying to create our own look using color grading. So going to adjust right here, we have preset and adjust. So going to the first option, this histogram is nothing to work with because you can't work with it. Actually, it just shows the color that are popping out. So actually, let's go back and remove our presets. So going down right here, we have white balance. As you can see, under white balance, we have only two options. It's called temperature and tint. As you know, the temperature can get cold and warm, of course. So if you drag to the right, the temperature in this video will get a little bit orange, and on the left is going to get blue. The tint can get gray and purple, and these are pretty cool and easy to use options. So as you can see, we have the sunset going down, and we're trying to create a little better feeling. So we're going to drag the tint to, temperature to about 35-ish. And when it comes to tint, you can play with it, but you don't need to actually. But as in this moment, we're gonna add just a little bit of the purple, so we get that nice feeling of the time that is happening in the video. So we're pretty much done with white balance. Let's close it up and go to 3D LUTs. As I explained, these are the same thing as presets, and we're not going to use them right now. You can use them later, as you can see right here. An important thing that you need to know about 3D LUTs is that you can find a lot of them to purchase online, or to get them for free online. You're going to click load new LUT, locate it, press OK, and that's it. It's going to open it right away. You can save your own LUT by once you finish this, you can click this save as preset, and you're going to create your own first LUT. So that's really cool. A lot of video editing softwares already have this option, so it's nothing that I'm familiar with. Yeah, but we're not going to mess with LUTs right now because we don't need them. You can work with them all alone because they're not hard to use. We're going to move on down to colors right here, our third option. So as you can see, make sure to all of these options are checked if you want to work with them. Going down to color. As you know already, we're going to mess with colors in this video. So we have options that are called exposure, brightness, contrast, vibrance, and saturation. You are already probably familiar with these options, as these are words that we use every day in lives, particularly I'm sorry. So if you boost up the exposure, you're going to expose the video as the word says, and if you get it down, it's going to get dark. So I actually don't need exposure. I'm not gonna add any of the exposure because I'm sorry, what's the word that I'm looking for? The sky. The sky will get really bright if we add a little bit of exposure. So no, I'm gonna keep that to 0. Going down to brightness, if we boost it up, it's going to do the same thing. It's going to brighten up the picture, but we can add a little bit of brightness, only about 10, I would say. Yeah, that's great. Going down to contrast, as you can see, if we boost up contrast, it's going to expose the lights, and where it's dark, it's going to get even darker. So it's just playing around with the contrast, and it's gonna get a little bit gray if you get it down. So what we're trying to do, we get that cinematic look, so we're going to add 15 of contrast, and yeah, that's coming out, I'm sorry, pretty cool. When it comes to vibrance, as you can see, if we boost up, it's going to expose the colors, and we get it down, it's going to be gray. So let's add just a little bit of vibrance, also about 10. And when it comes to saturation, pretty similar thing, but even harder options. So we're actually not going to mess with saturation. Maybe about 5%, but as you can see, we already have the effect. Another cool thing that I'm trying to mention to you guys is this one. So if you are trying to see the before and after effect, it's really simple. Just unclick this option, and as you can see, you will have this look that we had in our original video. But if we click these two right here, we will have the effect that we created. So you can see, by doing that, you can see the before and after effect, which is really cool. And of course, you can play the video right here to see how the video is looking once it's color graded. So yeah, looking pretty dope for now, but we have a lot other stuff to cover up. So let's close colors and go down to lights. We have lights already checked. So when it comes to lights, we have highlights, shadows, whites, and blacks. So these are the simple colors, whites and blacks. There are not references to anything. They are literally that, whites and blacks. So when it comes to highlights, as you can see, if we boost up, we're going to boost up the brightness. So probably same thing as the brightness, but only when it comes to highlights, not the whole picture. So if you are trying to boost up highlights, yeah, sure, cool, you can do that. But in this case, I'm going to lower them a little bit because I'm trying to get an old dreamy look. So I'm going to get that to -25. That's how I like it. Know that, guys, when it comes to color grading, it's all about your personal preferences and your taste. You don't need to do the same thing that I do. I'm just showing you how to think and how to act when it comes to color grading. But of course, if you don't like this look, you can boost it up all the way up if that's fine with you. But there are some mistakes with color grading that people can make, and I will probably be doing a video on that on my YouTube channel, so make sure to stick around. Link in my bio on Udemy. Make sure to subscribe and catch up on all of the updated tutorials on Filmora that I'm going to drop after I drop this course on Udemy. So moving on, we have under highlights, we have shadows. You already know what shadows are, so if you're trying to increase them, if you're trying to increase them, you're going to lower this right here. And if you're trying to move away shadows, you're going to increase this. So as you can see, we have everything clear, but the video is pixelated when we have shadows up. So since the what's the word that I'm looking for again? So sun, since the I get confused pretty a lot of times. So since the sun is on this side, the shadows will drop right here. So what we're trying to do, we're not trying to increase this. It's going to look like stupid. We're going to get this down to around 15. So as you can see, everything is dark since the sun is dropping from this side. And of course, you can always lower the whites because we need that dark look. And you can increase the blacks or get them down, as you can see. So these are pretty simple options, and nothing. Actually, let's get the black up a little bit because we made the video too dark. And yeah, that's pretty sick. So right now we got our look in the lights. We're going to move to HLS. What this stands for is hue, saturation, and luminance. So these are pretty cool options that you can play around with. You need to first adjust the color of it. So let's say we have the red here, we have the orange one. If you're trying to adjust it, you can get the hue on it. And of course, make sure to have the selected color that you're trying to color grade right here. Pretty simple, guys. But it's a little bit advanced. We haven't really talked much about these stuff in the past, but it's pretty simple once you get the catch. So as you can see, which one you increase is going to be more in the eye of the spectator. It's going to be much more in the video. So as you can see, we have the saturation, and of course you can get this up so you can fade it out a little bit or down, as you can see. So I want to fade it down a little bit, so we're going to get that to -15. We have the luminance right here, and if we get it up, it's going to pixelate the picture right here, and we don't want that. Like, that's a no-no. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this up to 15 because we don't have pixelations later in our video, and we're getting the look that we wanted right now. So let's close the HLS. Of course, you can switch these colors up if you're trying to work with something else. You can adjust every color. You can adjust every color however you want, because these are all options for themselves. You can't choose only one color. You can edit every single color that you see right here. So yeah, that would be it for HLS. Let's close it up and go to vignette. So what vignette is, yeah, it's pronounced like that. I know it's weird. So vignette is an option which adds the black roundness around the picture right here. So let me show it to you. If we get the amount to 100, do you see this white right here? And if we switch that, we are going to, as you can see, yeah, right here I got the picture. So this is the vignette. This thing outside that is bright, that's vignette. And we don't really need it in many videos, as you can see right here, see? When it comes to the amount. So feather, get it to 50 back. This is something that I would recommend you to use for pictures, but not really for videos. It can be useful for videos if you film something really dark, but me personally, I don't like to use this that much. So of course you can, if you add a little bit of the amount, you can play around with it and see if you're actually going to use that. So that will be it for vignette, and right now I think we're pretty much done with these advanced color tuning options. As you can see, we covered up everything. If I talked about something fast, let me know in the questions, guys. I forgot to mention that. So you have an option called questions on Udemy, and if you have anything that you need to ask me or something is not well explained, you can always ask me in the question section. It's underneath the course. So make sure to check that out. If you have something unsolved or something, just make sure to ask me. I will be replying literally in no time. I'm always on my phone, so I'll be replying to you guys in a second. Yeah, as you know, we can save this preset, so let's actually do that. Let's name it preset for our course. As you can see right here, we have under presets, we have all presets, customs, everything. So right here under custom, we have the ones that we created, and that's our look right here. So you can of course click reset all to change it, and let's press OK and have our look. So let's see how it looks. Yeah, it's dope. We actually turned out with a pretty cool look when it comes to color grading. But as I said, next to our color tuning option right here, we have the inspector for color grading. We already got familiar with this thing, so brightness, contrast, tint, saturation, 3D LUT. We already got familiar with this right here, and it's much more easier to use it right here. But yeah, we got a pretty sick look in this video. Like I'm thrilled with how amazing it came out. So yeah, that would be it guys for color grading. Make sure to pay close attention to this episode. If you missed something, make sure to rewind it because this is a really important aspect when it comes to video editing. A lot of video editors have potential and talent, but they don't know how to color grade, so their video just doesn't look good. Make sure to master this with this episode. Make sure to learn, make sure to listen, make sure to stay tuned on YouTube because I will be explaining this much more in depth on YouTube. And that will be it. Make sure to stick around in the next episode. We're about to finish the course, so congratulations guys, you're a couple of steps away from becoming a master Filmora video editor. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm gonna see you in the next episode and I'm out.